Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone is doing well. I have here a slim folio with a mini journal that I created, and I had so much fun putting this together. I have also put together a do-it-yourself kit for you if you would also like to make one of these using the kit that I put together, which will be listed in my Etsy store. If you go there and it's not there, I will have it listed not long after the video is uploaded. It just takes me a little while to get the photos up and then put the description and everything. So I'm hoping I'll have it up very shortly. I'll have 8 of the kits available, and they do sell out really quick, so hopefully you'll be able to get a chance to pick one up if you would like to purchase the kit. And they will come in a random printed covers similar to this one, which I'll show you at the end of the tutorial and what's included in the kit. But this is just a sweet little slim folio. You don't have to add the journal pages in here. You could create this just as a folio folder to add all of your ephemera pieces or your notes or your tags or whatever you would like. It's also a great gift idea as well. So I'm going to show you how it looks like and the inside, and then I'll do the tutorial for you if you would like to make one of these as well. Hopefully it won't be a long video. So over here in the front is like a side pocket, but I've made that as the cover. I've used some black tulle to use as a closure. I made a little fabric snippet cluster here on the front to decorate the front, and the papers are just beautiful. I did share with you the paper pad. Let me see if I've got the paper pad, which is right here. Just if you would like to know which one I used, it's the Floral Couture 12 by 12 paper pad by Die Cuts with a View. Beautiful, beautiful papers. So they're the papers that I used, and I use them for the kit as well. And then I added this beautiful little dangle that I also made, and I used a chip wood board heart shape, and then I embellished it with some book page, and then added a focal floral flower in the front, and there is also a little solid metal bronze heart charm there as well, just to make it more pretty with a little dangle. And then there's a little safety pin which you're able to take out. These are sold separately in my Etsy store as well, and these are what it looks like. So you get one of the dangles with a little crochet snippet which you could use to embellish. There is also a tag that's attached to a tag which you could use, and there's also a vellum piece if you would like to use that on your crafting project. So I have these in my shop, and they come in 4 different colored flower focal pieces. There is a cream colored one, a nice sort of a pink color, an orange, as well as the mint green color one here that I added to the front. And it just unties like this, and then on the inside is that side pocket, which is a nice long pocket, but it doesn't have a lot of room, but enough for you to add some smaller pieces of what you would like to add in there. I made a torn paper layered like a note card using my tea stained paper, and added a file tab that I punched out using one of my digitals. This is also one of my digitals which I still haven't had a chance to release in my Etsy store. I'm going to have some digital kits as well, which I have designed and ready to add, but I just haven't had a chance to list it yet. But they are beautiful papers. So it's just a little piece of what's my digital, and then I added a black lace trim to the edge here, and then on the next part I made a pocket with some vellum and made it like into a frame using another one of my digital papers to create the border. And then I placed a little tag on the inside, which is a perfect little spot for your little pieces or your slim tags. Fussy cut the butterfly and place that to the front to decorate the front of the pocket. And I'm going to I'll do a quick video on how I made the frame window vellum pocket as well, so in case you wanted to make one of these. And they're just easy as well. So you just it's just sort of like a one side pocket, so it doesn't and you can place it anywhere you like on your pages. And then I added the little mini journal on the inside using some of my tea stain paper, a book page, and it's just somewhere extra for you to write inside. And there is one of these floral papers as well. And then I use some twine to join it together. So I'm going to show you how to put this inside the journal as well in this video. And then I did some stamping on some of this sort of paper that I have. I scrunched it up and then I glued it and toward a bit of the edge here. Had a bit of a book page scrap and just embellished a little bit of the front of this part of the page. So the other side of the book page, and that also opens up this way, so there's a lot of spot to do some writing or journaling or write some quotes, or you can just use it to embellish. And then at the back here is another long deep pocket. I plastic cut another butterfly, just placed it here, but you can have this spot as another place to add another pocket, an envelope, or you can journal here as well. And at the back here I made one of the double file tab folders using a 6x6 paper. I just did a tutorial and showed you the measurements on how you can make one of these. And the great thing is it's double-sided paper, so you can decide if you want it this way, that way. You could have it that way. You can also use this as another journal cover and add some more pages in here and make this into a little mini journal as well, and place it in the back here because there is a lot of space here, so you can make this into a journal and then you can add that in here, so you've got another place to write. And I also used that same trim and decorated the top part here with the lace just to pretty that up, and so that goes in there. And then that's your back, and it's just a cute little compact journal as a purse for your personal use. Great way to gift as well. So let me show you how to put the folio folder together, and I'll also add the pages in here. And all you need is one 6x12 paper. So if you've got a 12x12 paper, you could make 2 of these folders. So I'll just grab my board. Actually, we'll need to make one cut first. So with your 6x12 paper, we're going to make one cut. So we'll line the edge of your paper at the 10.5-inch mark. Just going to line it there on at 10.5. So this is going to be my cover. So if you've got double-sided paper, just decide which side you want to cut. So 10.5 inches, and we're just going to cut that. And then you've got this piece, we'll put that to the side for now. So this is my cover. So with your cover, have that facing up on your scoreboard. And I will put all the measurements down below for your reference as well. So you have the measurements. It's actually very easy, the measurements. There's only 3 score lines on this one. So you're going to score on the 10.5-inch side. We are going to score at 1 1/4 of an inch. So it's 1 1/4 inches, 4 inches, and 7 1/4 of an inch. So that's that for that scoring. Let's grab this piece and we'll just score this now while we've got the scoreboard out. And we're just going to score on the left side at 1/2 inch. Okay, so we've done that scoring. Put that to the side. Let's create the cover. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to grab this side, and we are, oh actually, yeah, we'll do that first and then I'll go to the next step. So we're going to fold this over, because I just realized we have to do one more cut. Okay, so we've got that folded over, and then we're going to bring this side and we're going to fold this back along that other fold line, which was the 4-inch. And then this one here with that score line, we're going to fold that to the front. So you can see that that is this part here. And then when you turn it over, that's going to be that side. So what we'll do now, I'm going to cut this part onto an angle just to decorate the pocket. It also just gives you a little peek at the pattern in the back. If you don't want to do that, you can leave it the way it is. You don't have to worry about it, but I'm going to create a cut. So I'm going to cut all the way from there to there. So I'm going to turn this around actually, just so you can see. And so I'm going to cut it from here up to there, just about 1 inch from the top down. You can just use your scissors and a ruler if you don't want to use your trimmer. Just a little slight angle. So I'm going to go from that point. I'm just going to line that score line where the blade is. And hopefully I don't go all the way over. And just a little bit, not too much. I'm just going to... That will do for me, that's fine. So just make sure you don't go right past that score line. So that's going to be where I've cut mine. And so now you can see when you fold it over, you've got that angle. Okay, so what we're going to do next, we are just going to do, I'm just going to corner around this corner just to give that a decorative corner. So that's that. And then with this piece here, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to corner around the right side on the opposite side of that score line. So we'll just get that done there for now. So now we can assemble the cover. And I've got some of that same trim that I use. So I'm going to use that to add to the front and to the back, just in case you also want to add some trim. And I'll just show you how I do that before we glue everything down. So I'm going to, let's put this one here first. You can use some double-sided tape or some good strong glue to adhere your fabric trim. This glue that I use glues pretty much everything really well. So I know this glue that I use is only purchased in Australia, but one of my crafting followers, I think it's Shelley, I hope it was Shelley, I'm not sure. She said to me that she went and had a look, and she's from the US. She said that she had found other glue similar to the one that I have now. I've just forgotten what it was called. What glue she said she found to be similar to mine, and it worked really well. And they sell them in the US. Oh, geez, I wish I knew what it was called. I'll put that link down. I'll put the name of the glue that she recommends down below for you in case you wanted to find out which one it is, because this glue that I'm using is so good. It doesn't bubble, it doesn't warp, it doesn't change the shape of your paper or anything, and it glues pretty much quickly. And I've got that link down below for you too if you are in Australia and you want to purchase that glue. So there is this side done. And what I'm going to do, I'll glue this side down now. We'll glue this side of the pocket. I've just, oh, there's my glue, it rolled away. So I'm just going to glue up here and at the bottom, and that will give me my side pocket. And this paper by Die Cuts with a View, it's a nice thick sort of heavyweight paper too, so it's great for journal covers. It's not as flimsy. So we've got that side covered now once that's all glued down. So I'm going to go onto this side now, and I'm going to add the trim up here as well first before we glue down the pocket. So just add some glue up to the edge. If you want to leave it without a trim, you can just finish that off and not worry about this part. So I'm just going to go this way. Not do that much. Just trying to see how high I want the trim to appear at the front. That's fine. Okay. So I've got that all glued down, and all I'm going to do here to create this top pocket, I'm just going to glue down here across to that score line. So that will give me that top pocket. If you want, you can glue down here too if you want to keep that nice and secure, it doesn't open. It just won't give you a lot of room. If you have any bulky things you like to put in there. So that part's all done. So we have that glued in place, and this part is all done. So what we'll do next, we're going to add this part here so we can create the closure for the cover. And that's using this piece. So we've corner rounded this side, and now this side, I'm just going to go down and cut that like that, where up to that score line. Actually, you don't have to do that. You can just leave it because you're not going to see it. But you can do that. I did do that on this side, but you can leave it and not worry about angle cutting that. So I might just leave that. I'm just going to fold this over. And this will get placed in the part at the back, and that will go to the front. And that will give you your cover. So let's now glue this side down. Just don't go all the way to the score line. Just allow yourself a little bit of space with that glue. And then I'm just going to place the folio on the top, line everything up. And just open and close your cover just so you've got room to be able to open and close. And that part's all done. So we've got ourselves a cover, and that opens up with the side pocket and that part. And what I'll do next, I'm just going to add the little part here so we could punch a hole. And I've just punched out a piece with a 1-inch circle punch. You can use anything. You don't have to do that. You can just leave it. You can use a larger circle punch. I just wanted to decorate the cover a little bit more with a different pattern paper. And it also makes it more sturdy and stronger when you add your trim. So I'm just going to fold that in half. and just sort of place it somewhere in the middle. You can mark it with a pen if you want it a more accurate center. I just eyeball it. So that's that, and then once that's dried, I will use my circle, my hole punch, and punch a hole. I won't do that now. And that's part's done. And then I'll do a video and show you how I create these really easy pockets. You can make a stack of these and just have them on the side, and you can add them to any of your pages or your papers anytime. So I won't do that now. So I'll leave that. And now we'll make the journal pages. So to do that, I'm using a A4 size paper to make the pages. If you don't have an A4 size paper, all you want to do is just make your pages however you like, and just make it so it fits inside your folio folder, and then you just fold it in half or fold it however you like, as long as you're able to have a fold so we can stitch your pages onto the fold line. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to fold my A4 paper in half, and then I'm going to just use a ruler to tear it. So I've got 2 of these now, and I'm going to fold it in thirds, roughly where I think it's going to be. The great thing about these sort of journals, they don't have to be exact, and that's what I love about making these sort of journals. The imperfection makes it more perfect. And it's great when you don't have to measure anything. It just gives it more character to your journal. Okay, so there are my 2 pages that I've just folded into 3s. And what I've got here, I'm going to just decide which side I want my first part to open and close, and then I'm going to turn the next side. So I've got the 2 folded parts this way. I'm just going to bring this fold line on top of that fold line. So I'm just going to go to the top and do that. And then fold it all in half, and then you've got that part, and this part will be stitched, and then you've got another page. Remember, that part is stitched, and then you've got this part that opens up, and then you've got this part. So you can just decide how you want to have your pages. You could have it that way, so that this part is in the front, which I think I'm going to do that. So let me just show you. So these 2 parts that opens up, they're side by side. I'm going to bring this one to the top. So I'm going to have this as my front page. Yeah. And then I'm just going to put that in here. And then that's going to go on the inside. And I like it how it still peeks out through the side there. And then you can just continue adding all your papers, whatever you like, your doilies, vellum paper, music sheets, and just fold them. I'm just going to leave it this way. I might even add, I'll do it exactly like this, just in case you purchase the kit. I don't have any book pages. I've got a book page. Let me see. Just got for one of these, just so we can. So I'm just gonna, and I'm just going to measure it out, see where I'd like to put it. just fold this in half. And I might put it in between. So I'm going to have that one. So that's going to go in there. And I might just use one of these ones. So this is one of those same papers. I'm just going to fold that in half. And I might place that in the middle as well. So that can go in there. Pretty, beautiful. All right, so let's make the journal pages. Just going to grab a couple of paper clips to hold the pages in place when I stitch the pages. Just trying to find my middle. It just keeps it all together and doesn't slide all over the place. And I'm going to use some crochet string. You can use whatever thread you like, anything that's that will work for you. And I'm going to punch out 3 holes in the middle. I'm just going to punch one in the middle where I think the middle is, and hopefully it'll come out through the fold. It's close to the fold, and just put that through, and then one more on each side, roughly about there. So one on the top. And then one on the bottom. So I've got 3 holes. Oops, didn't line up, but okay, that's that. And I have this is like jewelry wire. I'm not sure what gauge thickness it is, but it's a very thin one that you can bend really easily. And you can get this from your discount store or craft store. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut a little piece of that. I'm going to use that as my needle thread to thread the crochet string through the hole. I have had other ladies mention that you can use some floss to be able to thread, because it's quite thick, and not all needles will be able to thread this through a needle because it's quite thick. You can use floss, but I found this works as well. So all I've done was just folding it over and bending it to allow a little bit of a loop there. And then I'm just going to put that through like that. And just try and get this to stay as close together as I can. And that'll just give me somewhere to be able to thread this through. So let me cut a length of this now. So I don't know how long. This should be enough. And we're going to bring these through end, or the 2 tail ends. Oops, it's just come out. Just make sure it doesn't slide out. And we want to slide the 2 tails into the middle hole first. Once I get this one in. Oops, sorry. No, it's not as hard as it actually looks. I'm just a bit fumbly. Okay, so let's grab these 2 tail ends, and we're going to thread them both through the middle of your folio folder into that middle hole, and it'll come out, and you'll see that you'll be able to pull that thread through. And I want a bit of short on it. Okay, so we've got that through, and then we're going to come in from the front of the book, and we're going to go in and then in back into the inside of the book. If I can get these two little tail ends in. Probably best to twist the two little ends, but it will work. I maybe didn't punch my hole big enough. Hang on, let me just punch this hole a little bit bigger. Do you know, when I wasn't doing it on camera, it just went in so easily. And every time I want to do a tutorial, it sometimes just doesn't seem to want to go in as easily as I wanted. But it will go in. I don't know why this time it won't go in. You know why? Because it's bent. Oh, sorry. There we go. It does work. It just doesn't want to be nice to me today. Right, so we've got that in, and then we're going to go past the middle one and go into the bottom one. And it seems going to be nice to me going through this hole, and it is. So there we go. Got that through. And then we're just going to go back into the middle, and it will meet in the middle with the other tail end. Just keeps bending that little one of the tail ends. I mean, you might have a better way to thread your thread. I'm just showing you another way for those that don't have a needle or don't know how to sew. But let me just cut this down because it's a bit bent. Because it is another cheap way to do this if you have that wire. Okay, so I got that in finally. Just going to pull it out now. I did add one of these into the kit for you to try it out with that. Alright, so we've finally got them all through. And I'm just going to separate the two tails and put one on one end of the piece of that string and the other one through the other side. And then I'm just going to tie a knot and a bow, and that will secure the booklet in place for your journal pages. And there we go, that's that part done. And I'm going to take these out now. So we have this part, and then we have the side pocket, and then the next page is this part with the little pocket, which I haven't put in there. Then you've got your pages, and then over here is your top deep pocket. And that's how I made the folio. So it is quite a fun little slim pocket folio, and that's how to do that. And let me just show you the kit that I put together, and it's a really lovely kit. Let's see, I'm hoping I've got everything here to show you. Let's see. Try and bring it all. Try and see if I've got everything. Hopefully. So in the kit, you will get one of the covers, and let's grab this one first. So there will be a random print. So you will get the side part here for you to glue down. And I've already folded your folio cover, but I haven't glued anything down, only because I wanted to leave that up to you if you wanted to add your trim first along here. So I thought I'd leave that for you to decide. And this is the other cover, this one here. So that's another one. So they're all pretty quite similar, and they are all really lovely prints. And this is another one here. Oops. And there is this one. So they're all double-sided. So you get one of the cover and the side part. You'll also get one of the tags, and you can use that. It also comes with, so the tags are all the same pattern, and it also comes with the double file tab folder, and it comes in this same pattern as well, and you can decide where you like that. So it comes with that. You'll get 2 book pages, so you can use them as well. And then I've already folded my tea stain papers already for you, and then it's ready for you to add into your journal, into your folio, if you wanted to make this into a journal, or you could use these on other projects. So it's already folded. So it comes with that. You also get a random one of these floral printed papers. So it'll be one of these, beautiful. They're all very pretty, so you'll get one of those. And I've also made one of these torn collage papers as well, which you could use these, which is this one here that I made. So I didn't add the tab, that's in the kit. I've left that so you can decide if you wanted to make it into a little file tab note card, or if you wanted to use it as a pocket in your say in your folio. You could use this as a side pocket here. You can tear it again and make 2 of these sort of pieces. You can make it into a tuck pocket. You could use it as a divider tab and place it on the front here. You could add this as another tuck pocket inside. You can fold it in half to create a little mini note card. So it's used, you can use it for whatever you like on any of your projects or for in here. So you'll get one of these. And so that's those. So there's a few more things that I've added in here. I've made an embossed envelope or coin envelope, and I've placed inside, there we go. So we got, you get 2 butterflies that are fussy cut. You get 4 of the file tabs, so you get 4 of these, and you can use these in all your projects. And these are my digitals that I've printed out. So it's 4 of those. And I punched out a 1-inch circle and a smaller piece that's sort of like a scalloped edge. So you could use either one for your closure. I made another pocket, and inside the pocket you'll get the little pocket that I've placed inside my one. So that's it, and all you do is you just glue the outside, so you glue the 3 sides, and then you place it onto your folder. And that was the reason why I didn't glue one down. So you can place this on the front of your folio folder here. You can glue it on the inside here, you can glue it on this side, and then you can have it like that. It was just a perfect size for you to add it to wherever you want in your folio or any of your other projects. You can place it to the front here, and then you've got a pocket tag pocket. You can place it on this side, you can place it here, you can go that way, you can go this way, you can punch a thumb notch here as well if you wanted to do that. So I left this one as a little extra little pocket for you to play around and decide where you like to put that. and then you can reuse this, and this will also fit inside your folder too perfectly, so it will fit in there nicely. Okay, so it comes with that. What else have I got? The little tag, and this tag will fit in your pocket perfectly as well in here. And then I've also stamped these flowers onto that similar paper that I showed you in the page that I've placed in here. That's that one. And then you've got an extra pocket, and you can embellish this too and decorate that and use it somewhere else. I've made the little snippet, which I've placed one here in the front over here, and I just glue that down. But again, you can use this wherever you like. You can use it on another project. You can even adhere it to the front of this pocket. It looks pretty there. Yeah, anywhere you like. So that's just a little pretty little snippet embellishment. And then here are the trim, and then you get some crochet for your journal if you wanted to add the journal pages, and the black tool for your closure. And then I stamped a postcard with one of my stamps, and you can cut that out, you can reuse it. I just use this to hold these in place, and then you've got that card. And on the back here is that little wire that I folded for you in case you wanted to use that to thread that through. It will work, it's just oh well, was just playing up for me, so I've added that in there for you to use, and then you can use that over and over again for any of your other journals. So there is a full pack of fun stuff in this kit for you if you wanted to grab this kit. I have 8 of these available. They'll do sell out really quick, so hopefully you will be able to grab one if you decide to purchase one of my kits. I hope you enjoyed this lovely slim folio folder with a mini journal, and I will see you soon in one of my next videos. Bye for now.